Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. What happened, Jay? Tell her to hold her head back and run cool water. Cold water. Hi, everybody. So, I'm going to do a quick energy read for today. Today is February the 2nd, 2020. Now, everybody been posting the post about this day and saying that it look like we in the Matrix. Da 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 da. Well, guess what? Today, yes, I'm glad that everybody's starting to reveal and see through the blur lines that we are in the matrix. And yes, 2020, 2020. I mean 222020 is basically a representation. It's something to show y'all, and it also is a manifestation day. So I wanted to put some energy to see what was actually taking place with some of the collective and some of the people that's pulling the energy from today. A lot of people I have talked to have said that they've been having like a positive type of way of letting things go and letting things just flow and letting things just come into their life the way it needs to. I also have that feeling over me as well. So that could be like the overall energy is being more self control. You can't push and pull other things to come your way or make things happen in the time you want it. It's just you know what you got to do for yourself. So you know there's some things that you got to work on yourself as well. And I feel like a lot of people are starting to realize that, including myself. Some of the decisions I have made in the past it has not always been all good. And some of the decisions that I'm trying to make now, I'm processing a little bit differently than I did in the past because I'm trying to make positive decisions in my life that's going to be stable. So let's see. What is the energy from today? Gonna pull four cards. What is the energy from today? 2/2/2020. Angels, what is the energy from today? Okay, that's the last one. Okay, so the first card that I do see that is very significant. You got Star Mother. So this is a confirmation exactly what I said. A lot of the people energy right now today is more so what can I do to nurture myself? How could I heal myself? How could I accept some of the things that I can't control? So it says, how can you mother yourself? What can you do to better yourself? What can you do in order to make you feel a little bit more better about yourself and how you move in society in the way the physical form of you is dwelling? Because as of right now, everybody is being connected to their higher self. They're starting to learn a little bit more and more about spirituality. Even if some of them is not speaking, and some people are starting to realize that spirituality is the key. So you got the edge of the light. Like I said, a lot of you are accepting your past for what it was and you letting it go. And you know that you've been through that for a reason because you're to this point now. It says the age of the light. You've been training for this for a lifetime. So everything I feel like a lot of people is now understanding that the reason why so many things happen in their life because they wasn't gaining control over their life. It's more so a lot of people knew that they didn't have a lot of self-love and it was the vibration that they was on and what they was accepting. So it's like I feel like for some people they saying I had the goggles over my face with the blindfold on and I removed the goggle but I forgot to remove the blindfold as I was going through life. I kept saying I could see, but I was still blind within. But I do feel like a lot of people is now noticing that a lot of the reasons why they are not comfortable with themselves because they was being something for everybody else and they had to learn this time in the period, like as of today, again, this is a timestamp. I mean not timestamp, this is talking about the energy that's taking place now. I feel like a lot of people is now accepting the fact that they know everything they've been through was for them to learn a lesson so that way they could get to this point. Whatever point you are now, everything that you went through in the past, whether if it was good or bad, it got you to where you at now. And I feel like a lot of you are paying attention to that. You got inner temple, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. I do feel like a lot of you are now starting to pay attention to your heart's desires, what you genuinely want out of life, what your heart always desire. It's not about people anymore. because you notice that you wasn't nurturing yourself. You was more so nurturing everybody else, but you was ignoring and denying the things that was making you happy, what was in your heart, what was making you happy, because you wanted to see everybody else happy. I even been at that place. I just recently had to let a situation go, which I prayed about over and over again. I kept asking Spirit to remove it, but then it's like every time Spirit would show me signs to remove it, I was still always invited back into my life. Now, where I gain control at now, and I feel like why am I need to nurture myself? Because it was so hard for me to be real with the person, because the person was, to me, was a narcissist. And they know me being an empath, I'm very, very in tune with helping people, and I want to be around and I want to see everybody happy. But what I had to learn, and this was the final straw, I got to learn who to make happy and who not to make happy. So this is somewhere where I'm at right now. And it's the same thing Spirit is saying to us in the collective. Are you nurturing yourself? Do you know everything that you've been through from the beginning to the end was to make you who you are today? And you have to start paying attention to your heart desires, what you really want out of life, how you really feel, what makes you happy, what makes you have depression, what makes you smile, what makes you frown, what makes you want to be bubbly and happy, what makes you want to lay in sober in your tears. There's two different things that Spirit said. I'm giving you two options. Out of these two options, you have two choices. What makes you overall happy? And I feel like that's what's going to nurture you. So Spirit is saying it's time to tune into the portal of your heart. Start realizing what you really, 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 really feel deep down inside. Then for some of you, it says you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. So a lot of you guys are already going towards what's your heart desires. And I do feel like some of you have people in your ear telling you you're going in the wrong way. Like, think twice. Don't do this. Don't do that. But here's the thing. You probably went through a situation before where you let everybody talk to you and stay in your ear and tell you what to do and how to move. And then you made bad choices. Spirit said, this time I need you to listen to yourself. Fuck everybody else. This has nothing to do with them. This is very personal now. This is very vital for your keeping. This is for you to be happy. This is something that's going to make you abundant in life. And this is what's going to make your soul a little bit happy. You don't want to be stressed out just like everybody else. You don't want to keep living in the same cycles like everybody else. So Spirit said, what is going to nurture you? What is going to make you happy? Because honestly and truthfully, the things that you went through a lifetime, some of you went through so much shit. And it has to deal with trusting people and giving people your all. And then when you give your all, they discredit you. Spirit said it's no more discredit involvement if you choose what your heart desires, because your heart desires certain things. And that's what, listen, it's a saying, what you're looking for is looking for you. For a lot of you, what you're looking for is already out there looking for you, but you just haven't found it yet because you're still stuck in certain cycles that you have worked through already. You learn certain lessons. So Spirit said now it's time for you to move forward and keep facing your true north. Keep going forward with your life. I do want to confirm these, and then I want to do some past. I want to see what past life energy is involved, and I also want to see what lessons was involved. So let's get a confirmation from the angel. What the Spirit is speaking about today? What is taking place today for a lot of people in the collective? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Doesn't make us. Don't make a story fit that does not fit your life. But let's see. I want to do another confirmation. Angels, what messages do you have for the collective about today? What is going on? What is the energy? Okay, why is Star Mother here? Spread your wings. So you got Star Mother. And then you got Spread Your Wings. It says, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect and you are ready to soar. So a lot of you are looking to go towards what makes you happy. Everybody wants their happiness now. Like I said, a lot of you have a heart's desire, but Spirit said, go spread your wings, what is supposed to happen that's gonna make you happy. Start going towards it. Soar, spread your wings, be happy. Take that leap of faith, be a fool for once. Because you know why? This is what Spirit is requiring of you. This was what your journey was all about. It's about you going towards and being happy and spreading your wings and feeling enlightened, not burdened. A lot of you have been burdened by situations because you never listened to what your heart desire and how you're supposed to feel. But Spirit said, now I need you to pay attention to you and yourself and your needs and how your heart feel. Because a lot of people will have an enlarged heart, right? I don't know where this is coming from, but you know why your heart becoming large? Because you're trying to please everybody. You're trying to squeeze everything in one spot. And your heart is but so big. So what happens when you constantly keep stuffing the teddy bear with the cotton? It keep expanding, expanding, expanding until it explode. Spirit said a lot of you, your hearts have exploded and broken because you kept trying to stuff something in and try to fit certain things in that wasn't a part of your heart already in your emotions, but you still kept stuffing it and stuffing it and stuffing it. Now you at the point where you feel the pressure in your heart like you about to have a heart attack. Like it's time for you to let go. So I feel like it's a major release that a lot of people is going through with their heart chakra right now is because Spirit wants you to nurture yourself and know that the heartaches that you're going through is because of you not listening to what Spirit has already told you to do many a times. Why is the age of light here? Moon cycles. Moon cycles, and you got spiritual understanding. So, this is amazing. The age of light, you've been training for this for a lifetime. So remember, you've been on this journey for a lifetime. Since birth, we've all been on our journey. We started our journey the day that we came out of our mom's womb. Now, around certain times, our emotions and our thoughts and our feelings towards things are different. Right now, there is my other phone is dead, but I'm gonna actually look real quick. There's something about moon cycles that you need to pay attention to. I'm gonna see what today moon cycle is real quick. So the moon today is in the first quarter phase. The phase occurs roughly 7 days in the moon. The moon is 1/4 of the way. I want to see what is the moon in right now. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it still might be in Aquarius or Pisces. Let's see. But anyway, until I get this information. Oh, the moon is in Taurus. So it says your safety depends on your need for stability, which is not say easy to satisfy now. You have to learn to accept change as a part of your life. The basic problem is finding your own self-respect in order to assure that you do not mistakenly seek into material things. When you accept yourself for who you are, it will become easier for you to find peace and tranquility in the outside world. So I actually want to save this because I'm going to share this on my website too. So with that being said, I guess this makes sense. A lot of you are going through the phase right now where you're trying to gain understanding of what is stability for you? What is making you happy? What is making you grow as a person? What is making you feel like you could keep going forward? You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be stagnated. I feel like a lot of you are stuck in situations you're stuck and it's stagnated. So Spirit is saying it's time to pay attention to these moon cycles because everybody, okay, in the spiritual world, a lot of us know that our emotions and the way that we react is off of a lot of the planetarian movement. And a lot of us are reacting off of our emotions when the moon cycles change. Now, the moon is in Taurus, and Taurus represents stability and things like that. Hold on 1 second. I'll write her rather. I'm not gonna do it because I'm gonna mess up. But when when spirit is telling you pay attention to these cycles, pay attention to the moon cycles, pay attention to everything that's going on, it says notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestation and capitalize upon those cycles. So what spirit is saying, okay, for some, because you got spiritual understanding, I am bringing you eccentric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. A lot of you are going through an awakening process right now, and Spirit is actually giving you direction to what is actually taking place from beginning to end. You're starting to look at your past, your present, and then you're now. I don't feel like too much of you worried about your future, but I do feel like a lot of you are now noticing that a lot of things that you allowed in the past is in your present, and you don't want it to intoxicate your future. So what I mean by intoxicate your future is just like stirring a bowl of pudding. You got one, say you got the chocolate pudding and then you making a banana pudding at the same time. This is for dessert for dinner. Now you're not gonna take banana pudding and mix it with the chocolate pudding at the same time because then that's disgusting. That's not what everybody's gonna want. So now, if you take in one situation and mixing it with another situation that at one point it was a toxic situation you was dealing with. Now you in a positive situation, but you still attached to the negative situation. Guess what? Now you intoxicate the positive situation, and now your future is tainted because now you can't go on with two intoxicated ass situations. So what Spirit is saying, I'm giving you the symbols and the signals and the signs for you to wake up and for you to understand the calling that is within yourself. You have to start learning that everything that you went through, I gave to you as a guide and a reference for you to keep growing as an individual, for you to evolve, for you to know who to set boundaries with and who do you keep moving forward with. I do feel like Spirit said it's time for you to nurture yourself. Stop always thinking about everybody else because nobody's not going to think about you on an overall basis. What everybody else is going to do, and I think that's what a lot of you are going through. Every time a new moon cycle hits, there's something like a tower moment, a shakeup in the relationships, a shakeup in the home, a shakeups at the jobs, a shakeup with your finances. That's because Spirit wants your attention to be. If you're doing something for other people to satisfy other people, whether it's your boss, your relatives, your children, or whatever, and you're still not happy within yourself, Spirit said that's why I'm gonna keep shaking you up and I'm gonna keep allowing the stuff to fail on you because I need you to pay attention to what you need to pay attention to, and that's you. So why is inner temple here? Chakra clearing. Clear your energy, take all negative thoughts away. Don't be feeling like, don't have grief, don't have anxiety about speaking your truths. Don't hide behind a shadow because Spirit said you need to connect to what your heart desires. It says chakra clearing. Call upon me to clear and open your chakras using sacred geometric shapes. I do feel like you are in the need of meditation and Spirit is trying to work with you, but you're blocking it out. And I feel like you want the answers you want. And Spirit keep giving you the answers you need. Now, the answers you want may be something that you probably desired in the past and it didn't do you no justice. Spirit said the answers that I'm gonna give you now is because you need these answers. This is a lesson. You already passed this. Are you gonna grow up out of kindergarten or are you gonna stay stuck in kindergarten or are you gonna go to first, second, and third grade? Are you gonna go to college or are you gonna still stay in high school? Are you gonna become a bachelor's degree person or a doctoral degree person or are you gonna stay an associate degree person? Spirit wants you to elevate and grow, not to stay stagnated and think that's comfortability. Comfortability is not acceptable when you're stuck. You can't be stuck. We are evolution is growth. If we went from you see every day different flowers, different bugs, different plants, things that we seen before, like we got the wolf dog that looked like a real dog. You get what I'm saying? Everything has evolved. Fishes that used to be back out in the dinosaur days, to us, we may look at like a piranha from back in the dinosaur days. It was named something else. But we see it now and it's a small fish, but it's still the same type of style of a fish they eat. They meat eaters. So Spirit said, if I can evolve a flower, if I can evolve a tree, if I can evolve a butterfly, if I can evolve, well, let me rephrase that. If I can evolve a caterpillar, why can't I evolve you? Why can't I keep putting you in that dark cocoon and make you feel so alone and you're not getting the hit why you feel so alone is because I keep giving you what you asked for that's gonna take you to another place so you'll be happy within and you'll be happy within yourself and all your insecurities and everything would not be so seen. But you are not listening to your heart, and that's my signal from you. Seriously, your heart is my signal from you. That's my indicator. That's my lighthouse for me to be able to pour your abundance in. But when you got your light dimmed and I can't find that way to you, you just lose track of your own blessing, Spirit say. So you allow a pirate to come in and steal all your joy and all your happiness and everything you got within, instead of paying attention to that little dim light. Because once you would have got closer, that light would have got brighter and brighter. And Spirit said, that's the signs that I'm giving you. It could be dim in the beginning, but it's going to grow to be a bright star, a bright, beautiful future. You may have to go through the fire and come out of that little dark hole and keep letting it expand and expand until you see the light. Why is you are already doing it here? Life review. A lot of us are already looking at the lessons that we had to learn, the situations we've been through, the trials and the tribulations that everybody thought that we would have lost our goddamn minds in. It says take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. I do feel like a lot of things is unbalanced, and it might be more so within you. And I feel like a lot of people is starting to look at that within themselves. Now, excuse me 1 second. I'm doing the reading. Okay, you got to give me a minute. Y'all got to stop interrupting me when I'm doing the lives. All right. I'm going to shut off all distractions right now. So I do feel like a lot of you are going through a life review. A lot of the stuff that you've been through, a lot of stuff that you had going on. I feel like you're now looking at everything in a whole, and you're starting to realize it was never about you with many people, and it was never about you with yourself. And you feel like you neglected yourself and your feelings and your desires because you thought everybody had the same energy you had, and you sadly was mistaken. Some people were sadly mistaken. You're finding out who your true friends were, your true family, people that really give a fuck about you, or people who truly don't. But Spirit said this is why you're walking through that shadow right now, that little valley. You're going through that valley because Spirit said I needed you to see everybody for who they were and how they were towards you. But it was like this. You were so in denial before, and you were so much in the dark that you didn't pay attention to it before. Spirit said, you know why you paying attention to it now, and it's hurting you the way it's hurting you? Because this is something that I've been giving you the answers to, and I've been pushing it all in your face like it was a pile of mud. Like, hey, hello. And you was ignoring it. It was like you was looking the other way, like, yeah, whatever. And then Spirit said, when you swipe me away, that just let me know you didn't care about your divine path. You was more so focused on what was behind me instead of looking what was in front of you. So that way you could become abundant. You can't become abundant with the distraction that was behind me. Spirit said, I put certain things right in front of you, and you still kept going around. And this is why you coming back to the same lessons over and over again, because you keep ignoring what I give you. This time is the final draw. So now I feel like you're getting the lesson learned. You're starting to take the life lesson. You're starting to look at the review of your life. It says, take inventory of your life and resolve and change or heal anything that was unbalanced. Anything that was left unbalanced is going to be a cycle you're going to have to keep reviewing. You until you find balance within, or until you heal from a situation, the lesson will keep repeating itself. And I feel like a lot of you are learning that now, that the reason why these lessons keep repeating itself because Spirit say you need to listen to your own self. You don't listen to yourself. You always go to people and ask people for advice. So let's see what lessons is to be learned from this situation. Can I please get a what soul lessons were there to be learned through these situations on today, the 2020 Pearlio Open? Angels, what is taking place on today, 02/02/2020? What is going on with the collective on 02/02/2020? Spirit, can you please give me a good message? On a soul level, what lessons had to be learned? Okay. Why is Star Mother here? Empathy. I feel like this is you need to have empathy for other people's, but you also need to have empathy for yourself. It says, I am open to seeing both sides to of a situation. You have to look at not just their point of view. You get what I'm saying? In so many cases, a lot of people forget that your point of view matters as well. Because whenever you dealing with a situation and you're affecting somebody's feelings or how they feel or how things are going on and you're involved in it, they also have to take account in consideration of you. Because there may be some things, the reason why you're moving a certain way, and certain people don't understand that. So Spirit said you got to have empathy for both situations, and it's not just you. Because I feel like a lot of you have more empathy for other people's situations, and you don't look at it for yourself. You not learning your self work because you're doing for everybody else, and you're putting more energy into other people than yourself. Why is the age of light here? Discipline. A lot of you are learning discipline. A lot of you are learning discipline. Y'all learning that these moon cycles mean something to you now. It says, I can accomplish what I set my mind to. Yes. Everything you worked hard for, everything you went through all your life, I don't care if it was good or bad, you're learning that these are signs. You're starting to get signs and synchronicities about certain things. And Spirit says, it's because I'm teaching you how to discipline yourself. Discipline means when you're focused. I feel like a lot of you are now focused on the signs and synchronicities and the things that Spirit is giving to you. Some of you may be having visions. Some of you may be seeing certain things around the moon cycle, which is good because the moon illuminates everything. It put it full front in your face. It makes it shine bright like a diamond. No more secrets, nothing hiding. So I do feel like a lot of you keep seeing secrets around the time the moon cycles change. But you're learning to discipline yourself and not react in a certain way, where you're learning to discipline yourself and to know what you need to eliminate and what you don't need in your life. Why is inner temple here? What lessons needed to be learned? This is deep. So remember I said inner temple is you devoting your time and your energy into what your heart desires, right? So you got adversity. It says, I accept that challenges are our best way to learn. You have to accept the fact all the things that hurt you and harmed you was lessons for you to learn. That's why Spirit said, I'm going to help clear your chakras. Like a lot of you have a lot of blockages and it's causing you not to be able to manifest or allow love in or allow situations to come in that is healthy for you because you still holding on to a little bit of adversity from the situations, meaning that your heart is still cold a little bit. But Spirit said, I need you to accept that a lot of the challenges that you went through with people was only to make the test your willpower and to see how strong you were. And a lot of you don't realize you passed the test a long time ago, but you kept putting yourself through the same lessons. Do you got self-esteem? A lot of you didn't have confidence in what your heart desired. It says, I possess gifts of the soul that benefits me and others. So a lot of you don't realize this is a strong message for many. When it says your inner temple, adversity, and do you also have chakra clearing, just let me know Spirit is awakening you to who you really are. You're learning who you genuinely are on the soul level. Because at some point you was afraid of who you are. You was afraid to lead many people. But I feel like a lot of you are starting to learn why so many people restricted you because you are very powerful and you are somebody that's a very key player in the energy field of this world in speaking your mind and your truths and letting people know about the positive way of doing things. And then you got gratitude. It says, I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents itself. Have gratitude towards everything, like I said, whether it's good or bad. Just because certain people didn't accept you for who you are, or certain people didn't move the way you wanted them to move, or because certain people didn't like certain things about you, Spirit said, I needed them to do that because you still needed to know that you had to gain self-respect for yourself and know that you're not going to be made for everybody. The ones that love you is always going to gravitate around you. The ones that genuinely got feelings for you and accept you for who you are. Anybody that want to change you and restrict you from being you, guess what that is? That's imprisonment. That's slavery. We're not made to be enslaved in this world. I just was telling my little brother this morning about that. I'm not a slave. You're not a slave. I shouldn't be in a relationship where I feel like I gotta be in handcuffs and be in the house like I'm in jail. And you know, jail, you got a curfew for being outside. You can't go nowhere. You're stuck on lockdown 24/7. Why would you want to live your life like that? That's slavery. You gotta wait for that person to tell you when to go and how to come. But Spirit said you need to have gratitude for yourself. Don't be mad because your self-esteem put you in certain positions where now you feel like you broke your own heart. Spirit said, no, you didn't break your heart. What you did, you learned the lesson I needed you to crack wide open so I could pour what you need inside of you now. And that's going to be your testimony to help others. It's time for you to take the lead in your life. Once you take the lead in your life, you got a flock that you got to lead. Whether you running from your divinity or running from what you really your higher self or who you are, I do feel like a lot of you are running, and this is why you keep going through things that keep like breaking you down. It's because you're running from your leadership position. You are a leader. You're not a behind the scenes person. You're not supposed to be. That's not what you was made here. That's not what spirit decided, or you decided before your previous life. You was made out here to shine. You are out here to lead many more through the things that you've been through, the things that hurted you the worst, the things that made you feel better about yourself, the things that got you to this point where you are stronger than you ever been in your life. Spirit said, I need you to show gratitude to all of that stuff. Because where I'm about to take you is no way any of that negative energy can follow, because the path that I'm taking you is way far away from what you used to. Why is you already doing it here? Forgiveness. A lot of you are learning to forgive a lot of people. But I feel like more so this is you forgiving yourself for the choices you made and the decisions you made. You have to forgive yourself just like everybody has to forgive you. Yes, people may not, you physically may not get an apology or I forgive you from anybody, but guess what? Spirit said no matter what, when it come down to the laws of karma, they automatically got to forgive you regardless. And if they don't, they're going to still repeat certain lessons. And that's because they need to have gratitude. Everybody in this room need to have gratitude for situations and not hold on to the negative energy from it. That's what the evilness in the world wants you to do. It wants you to hold grudges and envy towards other people's spirits, and that's not what I made you to do. So you need to be that leader that I'm calling you to be. And if you don't know how to step in your divinity, I'm gonna take your power repeatedly and repeatedly from you. I'm keep giving it back. It's time for you to accept who you are and help others. I can't have you to lead if you're not finished with your training yet. So that when you get a flock that's you supposed to lead, that ship is not gonna fail. I didn't make you to fall short. I didn't make you to fall lesser than who you are. I didn't make you to feel like you're superior. You're superior to others or inferior to others. I made you to be inferior and superior than your old self every day. I made you to feel better than yourself than you did a week ago when you lost that car or when you lost that job. I made you to feel more secure in who you were, whether you lost that job and you didn't know when the next meal was gonna come in your house. But Spirit said, I told you, if you start paying attention to the things that break you the most and start fixing them wounds, Spirit said, I'm gonna bless you abundantly, but you have to do it for yourself. Okay. So let's get one more. I want to pull at least two past life cards just to see what energy is overflowing from like past life that is taking place in 2020. Again, especially today, because again, it was 900 years prior to this year that which the master number was 11, 11, 11, 11. So that was 900 years ago. We're now at the day of 02 2020. These two different numbers is duality numbers, and I'm gonna be honest with you. 900 years ago, we need to do some research to see what happened in 11, 11, 11, 11. Because I feel like we're going to find some information that a lot of us never knew. And it's in a spiritual sense. And then now we're going to be able to connect it to this 2020. So I want to actually put some past life karma and see. I'm going to pull one for 1111. And then I'm going to pull one for 2020. Let's see what actually I'm going to pull and go from there. Can I get, okay, let's shuffle a little bit first. Angel, can you please give me a past life reading on 1111? What energy is pulling from 1111 in 2020? Angels, can I please get an energy reading from 11/11 in 2020 for the past life. Okay, so what was the past life for 11/11? The art, creativity. I actually am going to do some little research too. So this is on my agenda board for the week. Let's see. What events took place in 11, 11, 11, 11? Let's see if it even works. Let's see. I just want to see this real quick, and then that way I can let you know. So it says the 11th of November is the year 11/11/11 was and will be the only. If you woke up and had the power to walk through walls, it would take you a long time to realize. For the okay, let's see. So it seemed like it's not a lot to be found, which I wouldn't be surprised because that was 900 years ago. Way beyond technology, way beyond a lot of things. Okay, even if I don't find it now, I'll do a later video in reference to 11/11. But for some people, spirit is saying it's dealing with the arts. In the past, your past life was dealing with the arts. I do feel like it could be even if you are somebody that was reincarnated, your past life probably was in 11/11. 11/11, 11/11. If so, that's because this is why you was reincarnated in this time, Spirit said. Because especially if you're dealing with the arts, I don't care if it's performance, dance, acting, singing, drawing, theater, whatever it may be, rapping, writing. Um, Spirit said the arts. The reason why Spirit keeps saying the arts is because whatever happened back then in your past life, I feel like a lot of you was reincarnated, especially if you are a light worker. A lot of us was reincarnated because this day right here that's taking place, it's an energy that's about to elevate a lot of us into the higher realms. What I mean by that, the things that the things that we probably went through back then is was something that destroyed us as humanity. I feel like a lot of us are going through it again because we're reconnecting with it because it's more. This is the time now for whatever you was doing back then that did not succeed. Spirit said it's gonna succeed now because this is your pivotal point. You already went through a life cycle in a past life where you failed at it. This is why Spirit said you keep being in the mentality of failure. This is why it won't work. But if you take that and turn it into something positive, you'll be okay. Okay, so what's the connection in 2020 from the past life? Ships. Moving forward. Everything has to move forward. The world is moving forward. The water has to move forward. The clocks move forward. What else? The train goes forward. The boats go forward. The cars go forward. You walk forward. Everything has to go forward. The ships. Everything's have to move, sail off. Everything has to move forward. So I do feel like the past life, this is where you was ended at in 11/11, 11/11. And Spirit said, now it's time for you to move forward. Whatever energy you still holding on from in the past life, Spirit said, I don't care if it was fear of failure. Spirit said, you got to move past it. It's time to keep moving, sell shit. So I don't know who this is for, but this was the energy reading for today, which is 02/02/2020. Guys, I hope you like, subscribe, and share. I will be back this week, all week, doing zodiac readings starting from beginning to end for February 2020. I am having a reading party this Saturday coming up, February the 8th. If you would like to come and you're in the local area, please contact Shant Lester and Zodiac Readings Party at which is on Facebook, or you can actually inbox me, email me, whichever way you want. I do hope to see everybody there. I do want to enjoy myself with everybody, and I hope everybody come out and enjoy themselves with me. So again, I am going to start booking personal readers again. I haven't been doing it for a while because I've been focusing on my personal life, but I'm back, guys. This is the new year. I want to be better than ever. So, guys, we push it forward. Happy, happy 2020 again to my divine masculine. Happy birthday, special day for him. And that's it, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Namaste.